Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. So, Stephen A. Smith hints at the reason for LeBron James and Michael Jordan's poor relationship. I don't need Stephen A. Smith to give me a hint. I could think for myself, and I could think of plenty of reasons why they wouldn't have a good relationship. LeBron James is disrespectful. He has no respect for the game and his predecessors, all the players who came before him, who paved the way. He's not humble. He's always self-proclaiming, saying he's the GOAT, claiming he's the GOAT, he's the greatest. This man has no respect for the game or the players who came before him. So I could see why they would have a bad relationship. Kobe was humble enough to reach out to MJ, to get some tips and pointers, get some gems from the greatest of all time. Kobe was humble enough to do that. LeBron is not going to do that. He feels like he's above MJ. LeBron thinks he's better than MJ. He's better than everybody else, even though the stats don't say that, but in his delusional mind, he feels like he's above MJ, he's above everybody else, and he's always talking smack. And like MJ said, I would never say I'm the GOAT because there's other greats who came before me, who paved the way, made it possible for me, so I would never say I'm the GOAT. And that's showing humility. LeBron has none of that. So of course, they're not going to have a great relationship. That's the greatest that's ever done it. Why would you not reach out? LeBron is not going to reach out because at the end of the day, in his mind, he's probably like, you know what? I don't want anybody to say I had to go to MJ to get tips, to learn something. No, because this guy is a douchebag. He's egotistical. He's full of himself. And he thinks he's greater than everybody else. I don't know how that's possible, but mentally, in his mind, he believes that. So I have plenty of reasons, or I have an idea of why their relationship wouldn't be the best. Kobe, on the other hand, Kobe mirrors MJ. His game is modeled around MJ's. Not saying LeBron needs to model his game around MJ. No, when Kobe came into the league, this guy was a sponge. Kobe was eager to learn. He wanted to learn. The man was hawking MJ every chance he got because he's trying to get information. Knowledge is power, and he's trying to get all the information he could possibly get. And that shows humility. He's humble. LeBron has none of that. The man is walking around with GOAT mask, carrying a GOAT, all this madness. And this is the reason why nobody respects him, or majority of us, or anyone who actually knows the game. Because this man is full of himself, man, and he's disrespectful. Like his recent interview on Pat McAfee when he said, he basically said, players from back in the days, they had low IQ. That's why they weren't able to last 20 years, 22 seasons like him. And that's not the case, but I digress. But I could think of a lot of reasons why LeBron and MJ relationship wouldn't be the greatest, and they have no relationship, they don't talk. And obviously, if I'm MJ, this guy is always talking smack, oh, I'm the greatest, walking around with goats and all this madness. Why would I want to have a relationship with you? When you're very disrespectful. You are super disrespectful. So why would I want to have any relationship with you? So Stephen A. Smith, he believes the reason why LeBron and MJ has a poor relationship is because of LeBron. It's his fault. And I would agree. I agree wholeheartedly. It's LeBron's fault. Look how the man walk around. Like I said, he walks around like his ish don't stink. He's always throwing shades on the older players and talking smack. And he just has no respect for the game. This man shows no respect for the game. I've never seen this level of disrespect from any great player. Not on this level. So I understand why, or I have an idea why they wouldn't have the greatest relationship. And beyond all that, he's egotistical. And once again, his ego won't let him be humble to go to MJ and talk. And no, too much pride and ego, man. So I understand why they wouldn't have a good relationship. But at the same time, the guy tries to follow in MJ's footsteps. MJ had Space Jam. He made Space Jam too. MJ owned the Charlottes at one point before he sold the team last season. LeBron wants to own a team. So everything Michael Jordan did, LeBron is trying to replicate. But at the same time, he's not humble enough to go talk to the man and try to develop a relationship. Get some gems about the game itself, business, and just things in general in life. Because you are basically trying to do everything this man did. Literally, you wore number 23. Why is that? Because you idolize Michael Jordan. So you are trying to walk in his footsteps, but at the same time, you're very disrespectful. And of course, Michael Jordan, he's not the type to go out publicly and talk smack. He's not one of those. He's not like Scottie Pippen, basically. If Scottie Pippen feels a way about something, he'll go public and go on a rant. Michael Jordan is not like that. He's more in the background. If he has an issue, he won't say much. You might hear it from somebody else, but he won't go publicly. He won't be proclaiming. He's not like that. But I have no doubt in my mind that Michael Jordan has to feel a way about LeBron. Just the way he's been talking, his antics, his behavior, his mannerism. I have no doubt in my mind this man is probably like, I don't like this dude. He's not going to publicly say it, but I am sure in the back of his mind, he's like, this guy is so disrespectful. And I'm sure other greats from the past feels the same way. This dude is so disrespectful. So this is what Stephen A. Smith had to say. It's not about whether or not LeBron and Michael Jordan have a relationship. The issue is why. A lot of times we talk about LeBron James and their relationship or lack thereof. Sometimes we look at both parties and we don't look at one party. You're LeBron James. You came into the league wearing 23. Now eventually it was to be the GOAT and to be supplanted. Just ask Hollywood about the negotiation for Space Jam, and some of the stipulations he insisted in order for him to do the movie. You'll find out some of the details. I won't go there because we're being nice this morning. And like I said, man, everything Michael Jordan did in his career, in his life, LeBron James is trying to walk in the same path. Literally. You're calling yourself the GOAT, self-proclaiming, but you are trying to walk in the same path Michael Jordan took. You wore his number. You want to own a team. Everything he did, you made Space Jam 2 just like him. So whatever Michael Jordan did while he was actively playing and after he retired, LeBron is trying to do the same thing. He has the same aspirations, but he's not humble enough. He's not. And that's the reason why a lot of people who actually have a brain and could think for themselves, who is not, misguided by the media, LeBron media, the ones who actually could think for themselves, that's why we can't stand this dude. Because of all the nonsense, man. All the disrespect. But all in all, it is what it is, man. But this dude got to learn to be humble, man. Kobe came into the league humble, man. Like, I'm ready to learn. Kobe kept on hounding MJ. Literally was, harassing MJ because he wanted to learn. He's trying to seek knowledge. Not LeBron. I'm not saying you got to follow what Kobe did. Of course not. I'm just saying you got to have some humility, man. And beyond all that, be respectful to everybody who came before you. Stop talking trash, talking about the 80s, they couldn't play, and the 90s. Just stop talking trash. This goes for everybody. LeBron, Gilbert Arenas, and all these clowns was always talking trash. But as always, I'll holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share. Holla at your boy. It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.